So I'm back with part 2 of my journey. For those who are interested in knowing about my journey, if you're not interested, then obviously don't watch. But so disclaimer, let me do my disclaimers in the beginning so we can get that out the way. Disclaimer, I do not share my journey to try to recruit or market or convince, persuade other people to believe the way that I do. I just don't. The main reason is because what other people believe does not affect anybody's life. It does no harm to them. So at this point in my journey, I just respect people's beliefs, even if I don't believe in it. And honestly, I think that there would be less chaos, confusion, division, and hate amongst our people if more people just started to just respect people's beliefs. Oh, if you haven't seen part 1, go check that out if you want to, so you can follow along with this. So basically, like, I began to realize that fear is a very powerful tool to control people, right? So this idea that we not supposed to question something that we are investing our time, our energy, our effort into, and basically like shaping our lives around. Yes, you absolutely, I can't even talk. You absolutely should be questioning something that you're shaping your whole life around. That's what I think. Now, you don't have to, but that's where I got on my journey. So let me just refresh people's memory for those who don't know this already. About 4 years ago is when I became what you call a believer or whatever. And a lot of things happened on my journey since I became a believer, because before I was a believer, I actually was a non-believer. I didn't believe in anything. I always knew that there was a higher power, but to say like I really just believed for certain, nah, I didn't until about 4 years ago, right? And then as time went by, I started, studying the scriptures. Those of you who've been following me for a minute, you remember the beginning of my journey when I used to talk about the scriptures a lot. And I read a lot of the scriptures. I started to study deeply, heavily, like almost every single day, right? I was highly invested into it, right? But then as I was reading it, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything here, a lot of things just did not add up for me personally. And I began to question a lot of things in this book that I'm spending so much time investing into and studying, and I'm shaping my life around it. I began to question the Most High about these things. And they tell us, don't question it, don't question anything, just have the faith, just go in blindly. In my spirit, I knew in my soul, I'm like, baby, listen, something not adding up here. I began to embrace critical thinking. I let go of this idea that, oh, I can't question nothing. Says who? Who said I can't question something? So I realized that, number one, it's not that there's no truth in the Bible, the scriptures, but that a lot of things I can't sit here and pretend like I actually believe in a lot of that stuff that I was reading. Number one, let me get into it, y'all. I'm gonna get into it. Number one, the main thing that stood out to me is how the women were literally like nothing in the Bible. And I know some people are going to say, oh, well, what about this book and that character and da da da. Listen, it was literally nothing but patriarchy. It's very male-centered. And I cannot sit here with myself and look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I believe that the Most High only put me here to serve a man and to just create babies. But yet, the Most High has given me a lot of wisdom, and I mean this in a very humble way. The Most High has given me a lot of wisdom because I've been open to receive the wisdom, right? I did not let fear control me. I didn't let it stop me from really going deeper within, right? I'm like, I can't just accept this. And some of the things in the Bible, I began to realize, like, a lot of things are metaphors in there. A lot of it is very symbolic. A lot of things are not literally what it says. And then obviously there's a ton of lies in there. It's a lot of made up things in there. And now this is just my belief, okay? Now, if you believe that it is 100% accurate, baby, I respect it. That does not harm me in any type of way. I'm sharing my journey, and this is where I'm currently at. So this idea that it's like they put the men as like relevant, superior over a woman, as if the women just really don't matter. That's suspicious to me. And I'm like, I can't sit here and pretend like I came from a man's rib, because nobody has come from a man's rib. Everybody comes from a woman's womb. Everybody. Nobody has ever seen anybody come from a man's rib, and no man is missing his rib that I know of. Nobody's missing a rib, you know? So I'm like, I can't sit here and gaslight myself and tell myself I actually believe that we, in the beginning of a time, that a woman was created from a man's rib. I can't sit here and gaslight myself and tell myself that that actually makes sense to me, because it absolutely does not. And so that is just one of the things. It's so many things, I cannot fit it all in one video. And you know, whatever I don't mind sharing, I will share. And like I said, I ain't trying to recruit nobody, baby. Listen, that is not my intentions, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody from reading the scriptures. But never let anybody put fear in you and tell you, oh, you just sliding. But what is the word backsliding? Oh, you backsliding, you going into the world and all this other nonsense. Don't let nobody tell you what you got going on, because at the end of the day, the only person who knows what you have going on is you and the Most High. Like, you don't have to pretend that you just believe in something that you just absolutely don't. So that's just some of the things. There will be a part 3, because it's other things that I do not mind sharing. Now, obviously, I'm not going to share everything, but you know, for those who want to know more, stay tuned to the next part if you made it to the end. And also check out my website, 12branches.com. Shalom and Baraka.